Hello, everyone, and welcome to my live. I'm coming to you on Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. So, welcome. As you can see, I'm sitting outside. As you can also see, I've got wet hair again. So, that only means one thing: I've been swimming again. That's my new grounding ritual before doing my lives while I'm staying in this beautiful location. I've got the most divine swimming pool and spa. Sorry, I'm taking advantage of it. So I hope everyone is well. Apologies for my lack of live last week. I was actually really unwell. I literally slept for about 2 days, thought I had COVID. It turned out tested negative, but whatever bug I had, it just knocked me for 6. So I wasn't, and I started getting sick on Wednesday, so I wasn't able to do my live. So I'm here tonight. So hi everyone. It looks like I've got people watching. I'm coming to you live on my Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, and my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings, and my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings. So I have an idea of where people are watching from. Yes, Nicole, it is a beautiful sky background. So that's actually, you start to see a sunset. So it's actually 6 p.m. here in Queensland. It will be aligned from this weekend onwards, but that's basically the sunset. Hopefully, let me know if you can hear me, please, because I am outside. There is some traffic noise. I feel like you can hear me okay, but yeah, okay. All right, so I'll just say hi to everyone. Obviously, if you're watching from Facebook, I can't see your name necessarily. Oh, thank you for confirming that, Jen. All right, thank you so much. So if you're watching from Facebook and you haven't done this before, or you're new to my live, please have a look at the description, and right down the bottom, I've got a link that you can press to allow Facebook to display your name. You have to give StreamYard permission to do that. So thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it. Thank you, Layla. So if you could do that for me. So I can see 2 people after Lara and before Haley. It's got Facebook user who said they've liked and shared. So thank you so much. I'll just show you what I can see. So that's what I can see. And also this one. So that's beautiful. Love you, gorgeous. Thanks for being here. Wishing you the best. All right, thank you. So sorry, there's just a massive bus that's pulled up. So those 2 people, if you could click on that link in my description and just give them my permission. So also after Jenna, before Nicole, I've got Facebook user. So you can actually see who you are. And if I was to actually join Facebook on my phone, I'd be able to see who it is. But obviously, as it gets busy, I might be able to do that. So it's literally, so the link there, Facebook. Sorry, on the post, I've actually got 3 crystal balls to highlight it, saying please allow StreamYard permission to display your name on Facebook. Otherwise, I'll just see Facebook user. So it's streamyard.com/Facebook, or just click the link, and that's all you have to do. So that's basically, my only thing for tonight. Also, if you could like and share for your chance of having a reading, or subscribe to my YouTube channel, or make sure you like my page, or like my group, join my group, or whatever it is you do. I originally started the Facebook group, and then I shifted over to the page, and I thought everyone had sort of shifted over, but I've got different people on different things, so I'm posting to both of them actually. Yeah, absolutely. So that's my thing. So first of all, where is everyone? I recognise some of your names and know where you are, but just want to make sure that everyone's okay and not affected by the flooding in, I believe it's Coffs Harbour, Byron Bay, Ballina. So it's, it looks absolutely terrible. We'll be driving down sort of not this weekend, next weekend. So hope it clears for us. But more importantly, I hope everyone is actually okay, or if you know people there, hope they're okay. And it's actually been really nice. Just the brief times in Brisbane after the flooding, it was a really nice community feel that people gave things away. Like we gave away sheets and chairs and things like that to people that lost everything. So, a little bit of kindness goes a long way. If there's anyone sort of doing charity runs of clothes or something and sending them up north for people who've lost everything, please give if you can. That's a nice thing to do. Alrighty. Oh, and Lismore. Yeah, absolutely, is Lismore. Yeah, so Jen's in Melbourne, my hometown. Oh, thank you, Haley. Yes, you've already subscribed. Alrighty. So I have actually, yes, I can see your name, Lara. So Sandy is Facebook user. Hi, Sandy. Yeah, I think I spoke to you last time about just clicking that link. Is what I'm getting. Something I didn't post on my description for tonight, and I don't know why, because I was really excited about it. I just had a bit of a blonde moment. I forgot to post. I don't know if you remember from last year, I started doing Spiritual Book Club. It was just basically I had this idea overnight, and I thought, oh, that'll be exciting. I'll do a Facebook group. I'll be the first one to do it, and sort of looked at it, and there was about 6 people doing it. So I'm not doing a Facebook page or anything about Spiritual Book Club. Obviously, anyone who's psychic or intuitive or interested in this, it's not, certainly when I was doing when I was practicing law and when I was a scientist, I didn't have conversations about this sort of thing with people, but it's certainly something that I talk about often now. I teach psychic development, and I promote myself and all the rest of it, so I'm now confident and comfortable talking about it. But I basically, when I started on this journey of realizing that, wow, this is something I could actually do, I just read everything. I just went ballistic. I went nuts, and that was what, 12 years ago or something like that. So I've then, obviously my abilities have changed, my mediumship's improved, and psychic, fine-tune things and that sort of thing. So I've become interested in doing more platform mediumship. I actually was at I believe it's Hinterland. Yeah, the Hinterland Spiritual Church last Sunday night. I did platform mediumship and just loved it. It was, I wouldn't say it was an easy night. I had some interesting connections of some really heavy topics, but it was interesting to do that. So I, not surprisingly, just was drawn to a book. I read a book about Nostradamus on Tuesday, and I'm actually reading this one now. So just to sort of get back in the vibe of doing my spiritual book review, this is called Spirit Messenger by Gordon Smith. Has anyone ever heard of Gordon Smith? He's a Scottish medium. I hadn't actually, I felt like I'd heard the name before, but I didn't actually know him. But it's really nice book. It's basically a guy who's really down to earth, really humble, and that's what he looks like. And he's basically talked about his journey of how he started doing, sort of sitting in a circle of psychic development and spiritualist churches, and then started doing platform. And his first one, the medium hadn't turned up, and then he started doing them, and then he had a couple of really interesting mentors and that sort of thing. So I'm only halfway through the book, but it's really quite a nice little book. So if anyone can let me know if you've heard of him and what you have heard of him. Yeah, thank you, Robert. Yeah, I will. Well, I've actually already started, but mum's the word, don't tell anyone. Just announced it live, but it's certainly a bit of a different one, I feel. You have? Okay, so you've read a lot of Gordon book. Okay, so I'm a bit slow on the mark then, but this is, so he's called the UK's most accurate medium, and it's called Spirit Messenger. So it's absolutely fascinating, and he's got a really beautiful face too, like a really open and friendly face. So yeah, I find this guy absolutely fascinating, and I hope he's still alive because I'd love to meet him. That's probably sounding a bit cocky, but I just read it and I thought, I've got to talk to this guy. It'll be fascinating. So yeah, that's my recommended book for the Spiritual Book Club, basically. Alrighty, so thank you so much to the people who have paid for a reading tonight. So I'll obviously prioritise you, and I'll do a reading for you. All right, so just bear with me. So you will be able to see the sky background as well when it's not much of a sunset tonight, but you can. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like some nights it's sort of a bit of orange and pink. It's a bit bland tonight, but nonetheless. Okay, all right. So promise I'll do some readings. Just bear with me. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay, bear with me. I'm just going to look for... I'm well, thanks, Jen. Okay, so if Jen... So you know who you are, those three ladies. If you can ask your question. Okay, so I'll start with you, Lara. All right, so yeah, so I know who you're asking about. I'm just feeling very distracted at the moment, and it just feels like not. I'm just feeling like he's not able to. You know, when you're sort of like really busy at work and you can't settle, you can't finish one thing, you're starting one thing before you finished another. That's sort of energy I'm picking up with him right now. And I feel like he's just running on adrenaline is what I'm getting. So I'm not getting... Okay, I'm basically seeing Easter eggs as it, like with Easter eggs, I'm getting that it's things are calmer. I'm just feeling like things are just not that things are chaotic. I feel like things have caught up with him and things that are just not great is what I'm feeling. So I'm not feeling like he can sort of offer you much right now, Lara, is what I'm getting. If you had any more specific questions about that, Lara, please let me know. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I don't feel so in terms of your relationship or build up to relationship, I'm not feeling that anything's sort of going to change before Easter. And I'm actually feeling like he's going to get sick, like he's just really burnt out kind of thing. That's okay, Lara. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling like he's energetically just really just spent all his energy is what I'm getting. Um, yeah, so it's not a great feeling, but I just kind of feel like you're not sort of surprised by that, Lara. But thank you for that. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just writing something down. Okay, I'm just having a look. Oh, nothing definitely will change by Easter. His daughter just had an accident. Oh God. Okay, just all right. Just tuning in. Just when you said that, I felt like I was going to be sick. I'm literally feeling like he vomited when he found out his daughter was in an accident. Like, so that's just a huge amount of trauma for him, I feel. And I'm also getting a sense, Lara, I haven't picked this up before, but I feel like he's quite psychic, and he's recovering after a big fall too. Yeah, I'm feeling like whatever the circumstances around his daughter's accident were, he predicted it, or he kind of said, you know, don't do this, or be careful when this happens. So the fact that he said it to her as well. So the fact that he said it and then it still happened, he just feels sick, is what I'm getting. All right, so thank you for that, Lara. Okay, so Facebook user, if you can click on the link in my description and give StreamYard permission to display your name, then I'll be able to get to that basically. I hope the traffic noise isn't too bad, guys. So for those of you who just joined, welcome. Please let me know if you've read anything on Gordon Smith and if you do recommend anything, because he's really quite an interesting guy, quite a humble, beautiful, spiritual guy. All right, so let me get to Jen. Okay, does Michael still have feelings for me and he's missing you? I'm feeling yes and yes. Okay, there's another one I'm feeling. He feels a bit sick about what's happened, but I'm also feeling like he's kind of done it to himself. Like I feel that he's acted poorly or acted, yeah, he's just kind of done it. And I do feel what he's done wasn't his idea. And I'm still feeling like it's not going to come to completion. Like you're not going to have that that matter sort of finalized or lead to anything. I'm still feeling like he'll pull out before that actually happens. Is what I'm getting. Um, I'm not getting. I'm not getting a sense of you being in a relationship with him. I feel like he's kind of stuffed that up. I feel like you will say no, but I'm also feeling like yeah, he's kind of like what he thinks and feels is not what he does. So it's just a feeling like he's given you mixed messages, and then he's kind of said stay away from me, but he still has feelings and still misses you. So that's what I'm getting. So I'm just feeling like, Jen, he's not sort of man enough to have a relationship with you, because he's just not giving clear signals and not actually doing taking the steps to do anything about it. So that's what I'm feeling. So both Laura and Jen, you've got really interesting men around you, completely different circumstances, but it's really unfortunate. And I just feel, Jen, that he would I actually just feel, Jen, that in years to come he'll regret the way he's treated you. I'm really feeling that. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. All right, thank you so much for that, Jenny. Okay. Oh, okay. So back to my book on my question about Gordon Smith, The Unbelievable Truth and Through My Eyes are the other two books. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to take a photo of your comment because I'll remember that. Just bear with me. Okay, now it won't take a photo. I have to share a funny story about technology and spirituality and all that. I had a bit of a sort of message that, just to keep things simple and the rest of it. It was basically in bed at night, whatever, 3 in the morning, whatever it was, the light went on, and I thought, oh, spirits come to say hello, or someone's come to say hello. And then once I was awake, I thought, oh, okay, 12 o'clock, I'm awake now because the light's gone on. Here's me thinking, oh, spirits come to say something I'm, really important, all the rest of it. And in our room we have touch lamps, and it was when I came back to the room, I was felt so silly when I saw it. But my husband's hand had reached out, just stretching at night, and because he's got long arms and legs, he'd touched the touch lamp. So it wasn't spirit at all. It's just the touch lamps are really sensitive, and my husband had touched it. But I just thought I'd share that story with you. That yeah, you're not super important. It's actually it's probably the more logical explanation. Alrighty, okay. So the next one I'll do is Layla, and I'm sure she did just post something. Sorry, just bear with me. My screen's just flickering, so I can't actually see. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Malik. Okay. Hi, April. Layla, beautiful. Okay. Layla's asked, is he invested in me or just passing time? God, you know what, Layla? I'm feeling a bit of both. I do feel like he's invested in you, but not as much as you're invested in him. I'm also getting a sense that he is not someone that would waste people's time. And I know that's sort of contradicting what I just picked up, but it's what I'm getting, Layla, is you need to really need to sort of hold him accountable and say, look, this is what you mean this to me, or how do you feel about me, and then say, well, actually, this is what you mean to me. Are we on the same path, or do we go separate ways? And I actually feel like he's invested enough that he'll stop and think, okay, yeah, I really need to step up here. I do feel like he will step up actually, but it's almost like he won't if he can get away with not doing that. So that's what I'm feeling. I just yeah, it's a little strange, but that's what I'm feeling, that he sort of he needs to be. You need to have a conversation about that for him to have the right mindset. Is what I'm getting, because I'm just picking up. There's a bit of like laziness or lazy convenience, like a smart lazy with him. So he definitely likes being around you, but I just feel make sure you're on the same page, Layla. So thank you for that. Alrighty, so lots of complicated, not complicated, but just things that aren't completely clear with relationships is what I'm picking up. All right, so thank you so much for that. So I'm just looking. I am getting through the people who have paid first. So obviously, it's there's no guarantee of a reading. It's if I'm drawn to you, but I am also what I'm doing is I'm reading the people who have actually paid $5 to my PayPal account. And there's actually a lot of you tonight, so just bear with me. Hi, Nicole. Thank you. It's yeah, it's gone a bit darker now. There's a little bit of blue you can see. There you go. Okay, so remember the Facebook users, if you can give StreamYard permission to see your name. Hi, Haley from California. Thank you so much for watching my PTV live with Florence as well. Appreciate that. Hi, Sandy. So just saying hi to people before I. Sorry, Robert. I'm sending you. Let's send Robert some dry vibes. It was raining so much here. Okay. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Jen. Just bear with me. I am scrolling down. Okay. So I've got. Yes, I can see you. Hi, April. So you've actually paid as well. If you'd like to ask your question. Yeah, and Marilyn, you're visible as well. Thank you. Yeah, April, if you'd like to ask your question, please. And also Elizabeth, if you're watching, if you'd like to ask your question. Okay, all right. So I'll just wait for them to ask the questions. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Layla. Appreciate that. Okay, until I get those. Yeah, I did freeze momentarily. Okay. All right. So until I get those questions, I'm just going to have a look at. Someone just asked, "Will I meet the parents?" And I feel yes. Natalie, will I meet his parents? I feel like you will. Oh, when will I meet his parents? I'm feeling May, June. I'm getting May, June, and then I'm getting September. So I feel like you'll meet them, and then you won't see them for a while. Um, I'm actually getting a sense that you've either spoken to them or, oh, sorry, you've either spoken to them or they've spoken about you. Is what I'm getting. So yeah, so I'm feeling not too long, but I do feel, Natalie, that you'll sort of meet and then not see each other for a while after that. Okay, all right. Okay, so April has said, I've got too many questions. LOL. Will things get any better? Okay, yeah, there's a lot of energy in that, April. I'm just feeling, tuning into energy, I just feel really overwhelmed, like exhausted and overwhelmed. So you've got to really make sure you're looking after yourself. And I know that's a really common thing people say, but Yeah, I almost feel, April, like you're in a bit of shock. Like, when you hear bad news, and not that I'm picking up on that, but when you hear bad news and you kind of can't move or can't do anything, like that's sort of what it feels like, tuning into your energy. So I'm feeling um, I'm feeling energetically that you're meant to be kind of in a bit of a holding pattern right now. So I feel like a lot's going on, and the reason for that is for you to be a bit patient and not act. And I want you to start having a conversation with your guides, April, and even what should I do for, like, I've got three things on my mind today. What should I devote today to? And actually, whatever the first thought that comes to your mind is the one you need to do. So it's kind of like, yeah, I just feel, try to have a bit of a balance and routine during the day, so you're just doing one thing at a time, and then the next day you do another thing, kind of thing. So it's, yeah, so things will get better, but I'm feeling like there's a bit of patience and quietness and stillness that you need to do to feel more in control, is what I'm feeling. So it's more just, don't let things overwhelm you. Just and also practice saying no, and practice saying to people, okay, I'm going to, like, I'm also getting a sense that everyone wants a piece of you, or everyone's asking you for something or for your time, and it's not people want to take money, but people like to people like to take your time to do things, is what I'm getting. So what I'm being told, April, is not to give your time too freely. Like, be a bit selective, and actually say, no, actually I'm doing this today. So we can talk about that later, is what I'm getting. So hopefully that makes sense, April. I'm just so I just feels like things will get I where was your first comment? Yeah, too many things. Yeah. So it's like, don't give your time so freely with things around you. And you also asked about a man. Yeah, I'm feeling there is love there, but again, it's like you're giving yourself too freely, or you're spending too much time and he's not spending as much time. So I feel like the relationship's a bit out of balance, and get him to come to you, or get him to say, well, I made the effort doing this, you can come to me, or you can do that. And if he doesn't, then that's your answer, kind of thing. Because you should be his priority, not feel that you need to spend the time, or you need to fight to spend time with him. So I feel like you already know the answer to that, and I feel like letting go of that will give you a lot more balance and a lot more peacefulness, is what I'm getting, April. So that's what I feel is happening. And I know that you love him, but sometimes that's not enough. And if a relationship's not easy and you're exhausted, imagine what you'd be like in a year's time with him, is what I'm getting. All right, thank you. Oh, that's Vanessa, I think. So I'm waiting for another one, but I haven't seen it. So from Hastings, hi Rhonda. Don't know if it's a spirit or just my Facebook account. I'm going to watch it from YouTube, but if you're drawn to me, when will I meet my new man? And will I get a windfall soon? Thanks in advance. I do feel money's coming to you, but I'm not feeling like a windfall. I feel like it's money that's expected. Um, and for the new man, I'm seeing Christmas tree. So I'm feeling like, and I'm seeing sort of like a time frame of a year, and I'm seeing the last three months, is what I'm getting. So it'll be sort of towards the end of the year, I feel, Vanessa. Thank you, April. Thanks for that. Okay, so Elizabeth, if you can, I don't know whether you're in the room or your Facebook user, but if you can let me know or send me a message or something, so I can see your question. Okay. All right. I'm just going to have a look at Teresa's. I had a geometry view on Tuesday. How do you see this going? I feel like it's going well. It's going to go well. Um, I'm I'm feeling like they're a bit not slack, but they're going to take their time to get to you. I'm feeling like if you were to look at the job description again, or the job position, um, it's actually saying like starting at the end of April or something. Like, okay, now something's bugs flying at me. I'm feeling like there's going to be a delay in before you start, is what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it looks like someone's. Oh, okay. Here it is. Bear with me. Okay. So I was looking for the wrong name. I got the. So let me just have a look and see. Scroll through the comments again. Okay. I'm not sure why I disappeared before. My internet seems fine. So with my story about the lamp going on and me thinking there was some spiritual connection, can anyone relate to something funny like that where they've thought it was something significant or something important and then realized it's kind of just something a bit silly or something that happened by chance? Okay, just bear with me. All right, Nicole, are you in the room? I can't see you. Oh, here you are. Okay, all right. Let me have a look. So Nicole has said, I have reduced my hours and days at my current job in order to find a night job at a supermarket. Ideally, I would like to leave my current job for good. What do you think will be the outcome, please, and thank you? I actually feel like you're going to do both. I'm getting a sense that you're organised enough to do both. I'm getting a because I've had a job. I've done that. I've worked overnights and then worked in retail the day. What I'm feeling is you've got to, give yourself like a day and a half in between is what I'm picking up. So that's sort of a pattern I used to do, Nicole. So what I'm getting a sense, I feel like you'll be able to reduce your hours, okay, but I am getting a sense that you will, like they'll say to you, or there'll be a bit of a miscommunication. They'll say, well, you only reduced for a couple of weeks, didn't you, and roster you back kind of thing. So I feel just be a bit careful of that. And I'm also getting a sense, Nicole, that you might do, you might sort of do like a 2 week roster where you do more hours at one job and then 1 week and then the next week more at the other job. I'm not feeling like it's going to be sort of a week to week routine. I feel like a fortnight to fortnight routine. So I'm getting a sense that you'll do that, and you'll sort of like literally if you're doing a night, going from a night to a day, I feel like give yourself like a day and a half. So start the day in the afternoon is what I'm feeling. So be sensible about your sleep hygiene and everything, because obviously when you work shift work, it's tougher on your body. I'm feeling, I actually feel like you could leave your current job for good, but I'm feeling like they don't want you to go. And I'm getting a sense that either two things will happen. You'll either get really frustrated that they haven't listened to your rosters and when you can actually do it, and then you'll just sort of leave in a huff, or you'll kind of like say, I'll leave by the end of the year, or I'll leave in 6 months' time, or something like that. I'm kind of feeling like you'll do both for most of this year, is what I'm feeling. So that's what I'm feeling, and I kind of feel like you'll enjoy both, or they'll both complement. So, and the outcome that you achieve is whatever you set out to do. But I feel like keep both in the meantime, because I'm seeing sort of the value in, like almost like equal value in both. And I know that you want a night job because you don't have to talk to people, but I'm kind of feeling like that's not going to, like your expectations aren't going to meet reality. Like that's not necessarily going to happen, is what I'm getting. All right, so thank you for that, Nicole. Just bear with me. I'm just having a look at something. Okay, alrighty. So let me have a look. So we've got some more people that have watched. So thank you. So thank you, Mina, Teresa, Nicole. Oh, I thought that was an angry face, Nicole. My poor eyesight. Thank you so much. Yeah, Teresa, I feel like you will get the job, but I'm just feeling like there'll be a delay in you getting it. Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. Thanks for that. Okay, so I'm going to go to Hayley. Oh, sorry, I just thought it was a spider. It's just a bug. Okay, Haley, I'm feeling excited. I feel really excited about Justin. And I feel like, Haley, what I'm picking up is your feelings towards him and his feelings towards you. It just feels like young, fresh love, like it's exciting kind of thing. I feel like he is physically attracted to you. I'm feeling personality-wise, he doesn't know you yet. Like, I feel like it's really early days. And I'm feeling the same with him. There's something unusual. I'm getting a sense that he plays an unusual sport, and it might not be unusual where you come from because everyone plays it or something. But I feel like if I was to see him doing this sport, I'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you playing?" So there's something unusual about him, sports wise, is what I'm getting, and I feel like he's got a. It'd be interesting if you can go on a date with him to kind of like a pub trivia, which I'm assuming you have in California. And you when you have it here in Australia, when you form a trivia team, you usually get someone that knows something about fashion or sport. I'm the science technical one. Like you try to get people that are good at different things to strengthen your team. And I'm just feeling like he would ace any sort of sports related questions, which is funny. So, yeah, I feel really positive about Justin. Lots of bugs around me. But I just feel like it's really early days, and I feel like you're going to enjoy getting to know each other. Yeah, so thank you for that, Haley. That's an exciting time. Oh, are you feeling okay? You look tired and run down. Yeah, I am. Thank you. Yeah, I'm taking care of myself. I don't know if you missed the start of it. I was actually really sick last week. So I'm probably not completely 100%, but I'm well enough. Like went to work today, and yeah, so I'm obviously doing readings again. So I'm much better than I was last week, but yeah, but I was. That's probably what you're picking up on. That I was a bit run down. Yeah, you are in the game. Oh, beautiful new game. You are. Sorry. Yes, we are. You in the game. I know what I was meant to say, and you know what I was meant to say, Haley. But thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, so thanks for your concern, Teresa. I'm a lot better, and I'll obviously look better next week. And I just been for a swim as well, so it's probably like I just got home, rushed for a swim, and rushed dinner, and then have this. So, but that's okay. I'll chill out after this. Okay, so just reading some feedback. Yes, you made me giggle when you said you want a night job because you don't want to talk to people. I don't like the customer service at the hardware store. I prefer to be left alone. You're spot on. Oh, look, 100% Nicole. Anyone who's worked in retail would know that. And I've worked for Coles Myer probably from the age of 14 to like 27 or something like that. So I've got over 10 years experience in retail, and yeah, I mean, the saying the customer's always right, but yeah, they can still piss you off. And it's exhausting, and it's sort of yeah, and when you've been doing the same thing for a long period of time, you really get over it kind of thing. And you can tell the people that have been doing it for too long because they're just really awful. Like, they're awful to everyone, and you think just change, really, just change it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate your concern. Yeah, and I'm yeah. Next week I'll be wearing makeup, and I'll be. I probably won't. I do look really bit pale, don't I? Maybe I'll do next week's live inside. So I'm not against the dark. All right, let me have a look. So yeah, for those of you who also missed the start, I just did a spiritual book review of Gordon Smith. I've just sort of borrowed this book, but I absolutely love it, and it's basically a journey of a medium. So, and he's a really humble, talented guy. I'm picking up, and he's just, what I also like about Gordon is that he laughs at himself, and he laughs about the situation he's in, and he connects to people who are comically minded like himself, and I can relate to that. And it's really quite funny. And he touched on a really interesting thing with one of his experiences. He had an experience where he met a celebrity and they wanted something that was a bit unethical, and he sort of touched on the ethics of mediumship and doing psychic readings, in that, you've got to be confidential. You can't, you've got to have good intention, but you've also, if you're not comfortable doing something or with someone's intention, you can say no to a reading. And that actually happened. That happened to me about 2 weeks ago. I refused a reading. Like I said, take your money back. I'm not going to read on that. So, you've got to be able to do that. It's not all about the money. It's about, doing the right thing and having the right intention. So, and that was interesting. And he did also talk about, being confidential in your readings. And, if you read someone famous, don't tell people about it. So that's really interesting in, some of the personalities in this industry that, talk about connections with celebrities and that. And if you're sort of in that public arena and that connection's made in the public, then fine. But, you shouldn't relay details of a reading. And obviously this is a public forum where I'm doing lives, and that anyone asking for a reading is aware that it's public. So this is sort of a bit different than doing a private reading. If I do a private reading, it's completely confidential. I don't discuss that with anyone. So really, really interesting guy. But if anyone, so Robert's actually told me there's a couple more books by him, and he's a fan. So I'm a bit slow off the mark in finding out about him. But I'll do. I'm starting to resume my spiritual book reviews, which I started doing last year. Okay. Alrighty, just bear with me. So I've answered those ones. Okay. So, and just to remind you, for the Facebook users, please click on the link in the description of the video and give StreamYard permission to show your Facebook name is what you need to do. Alrighty, so I'll get on to Navita. Hello, lovely. When will our house be sold? We're in financial need. Wow, I'm not getting any numbers or months with that. I feel like you need to change something about the way the house is being sold. I'm not feeling that you need to change the condition of the house or anything. I feel like you need, whoever's selling the house for you, I said, I was going to say real estate agent, and my guide said not real estate agent. So however you're trying to sell the house through whatever person, I feel like you need to have a conversation with that person, and say, look, this needs to happen by this time, and give them a time frame. It's like, I'm just getting a sense of, when you are sort of catching up with a person and saying, oh, we'll catch up sometime, and sometime could be 2 months later, 2 years later, 20 years later. It's that sort of energy. It's almost like the real estate agent doesn't have a fixed time frame, whereas in your mind, it's kind of like, okay, I want it this week, if not this month. Like, I don't feel the real estate agent is on the same level of urgency or the same time frame as you. So I really am feeling like you need to kind of discuss that and make sure you're on the same page, and if not, change real estate agents. So yeah, because I'm not getting a time frame really, and I get that you're I get what you're saying, but I'm just feeling like you need to change the way it's being sold. So thanks for your question, Navita. I see you're watching on YouTube. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, that would be great. Alrighty. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, so I've got someone new watching, Malik from YouTube. So if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Okay, so Malik has asked, need your kind guidance. How should I proceed to find fixed matters regarding desired marriage? Okay, something feels a bit off about the question. I'm feeling I'm not feeling like you can change the outcome. It's interesting. So similar to the real estate agent one, I'm feeling like, yeah, it almost feels like the other party's got a different intention. So I'm not convinced there's going to be a marriage. I don't feel that you can fix things that can't be fixed, is what I'm getting. So, not the answer you want, Malik, but I'm not feeling you need. I'm not feeling I can advise you of how to proceed because I'm not actually feeling the energy of that happening. And I have to be straightforward and just tell you what I get. But I'm just that's what I'm picking up. Okay, Jen, I don't know what that was. That was native. Was that when my screen flickered? I'm not sure. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Robert. So that's more books from Gordon Smith. I'm just a huge fan. Can you tell me, Robert, if he's alive? Because I really want to meet him. It's okay. Thanks, Malik. Yeah, I don't know that sounds really cocky, but I think I've got a crush on Gordon Smith in just reading the way he works and the way he laughs at himself. It's kind of very Australian-like, yet he's Scottish, so it's quite funny. Okay, oh, thank you, April. I believe my screen is flickering again on me. Hello, Melanie. Hi. Oh, I love your. Is it red hair you've got? Beautiful. Alrighty. Oh, you're laughing at the hubby one. Yeah. So I shared a story. So if anyone's got any funny stories about thinking something's spirit but finding out it's not, please share them. Because I was brave enough to share mine. I was saying, if you've just joined me, I was saying that I woke up during the night because the light was on, the light had turned on. I thought, oh, spirit's got a message for me. You know, I'm a really important psychic medium. I'm getting messages at night now. They don't usually disturb me. And then I got up, came back in the room and realised that my husband's hand was near the touch lamp, so he'd turn the lamp on just because he was, stretching a night. But I thought that was hilarious that it was a practical reason. There's another story. It was quite funny. I don't know if you're aware, when we go to Mind, Body, Spirit festivals, we wear, basically when you bump in and out, so that means when you set up and when you take the things down, you actually you've got to wear a high-vis vest. That's the requirements of just being safe, making sure people see you, that sort of thing. I went to the toilet and there were two ladies in the female toilets. We're all wearing high-vis vests because it's that time of day. And as the lady walked past, and I actually posted this on my Facebook page. I think this was about 2 years ago, I think it was. But it was quite funny. I posted it on my Facebook wall saying, is this a psychic phenomena or can you explain this scientifically? And the answer was, it's got a scientific explanation. So I'll post it to you and I'll try to find the video and repost it on my group. But it was a lady who walked past the taps, the sensor taps. And basically as you walk past the sensor taps, each tap was turning on. And she was saying, oh, the bathroom's haunted, but it wasn't. It was actually seeing the high-vis vest. You know how you have the, it's yellow or it's orange, but then you've got that silver vest. It was actually the silver part was at the height of the taps. So if anyone can, if anyone can tell me what's caused that, I know the answer, but have a think about that and what that was, and just post that to my group or something, or send me a message or that sort of thing. Oh, hi, Rhonda. Okay, nice to meet you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So welcome. I think this is your first time here. Okay, so I'm still in the Gold Coast, on the Gold Coast, and I'll be here for another week. So I am still available for private readings on the Gold Coast. So I've done about half a dozen private readings while I've been here. So still doing that, and obviously still doing my private readings. So I haven't actually posted my my ticker. So that's my website, rhondasreadings.com. So have a look in the shop section, and you can see that I do email readings, I do phone readings, I do photo readings, do flower readings, and emails can be about business foresight or love or that sort of thing. So that's what I basically do. So I'm still doing my private readings as well. And I've actually been really busy this week because from like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I didn't actually do any readings at all. I literally lost my voice. I couldn't speak. So this week I've been playing a bit of catch up in catching up for my private readings, but I have actually done that. I played catch up until a couple of hours ago. So I've done that. So I've got sort of some appointment times for next week. As a rule, I don't do readings on weekend, but I am available for some private readings next week. So if there's anything I've touched on or anything you don't want to sort of post on a public forum or you want a private reading, you can contact me after this. So just in response to what I was saying, Jen was saying, yeah, I was on my phone and getting signs about him, and then my light in my bedroom went off and on, and I thought it was spirit, but then my auntie called and asked if my lights went off. I found out a suburb lights went off and on. Yeah, absolutely. And that's just, I think it's just anyone that's spiritually minded. If something happens, you think there's more of a meaning, but the kiss simple, keep it simple, stupid. So it's yeah, it was just a funny thing to happen to me, and I thought, well, yeah, that makes makes complete sense. All right, so did anyone have any? So obviously, this was the book I reviewed. It's just a guy talking about his message of discovering his mediumship, and sort of the connections he made, and it's really interesting how spirit aligns good people with us and people that match our sense of humor or match our intelligence or something. So that's beautiful. Robert's just shown us a little ghost, which is really cute. I'll have to look for that emoji. But it's fascinating how we're aligned to that. For example, Haley in the audience was watching the PTV, and Jen were watching the last PTV live I did with Florence King, and she asked a question about a girl who had Prader-Willi syndrome, and there was another guest medium that night, but Florence gave the question to me, and my cousin actually has that syndrome. It's quite rare. So, again, it's spirit aligning you. I mean, not that I answered the question medically, I answered it tuning into the energy and what advice, what guidance I picked up for this mum who was quite distraught. But, it's beautiful how spirit aligns us with people who, either something resonates with our life experience that we're able to provide guidance, or for teachers and mentors, because we're all learning. And even if you do a Reiki course, you get a certificate, or you do something, you haven't completed it. Like you've never stopped learning. So you might have attained a certain level, but you're still learning. And same for me with my degrees and my postgrad. I'm still learning. I'm never going to be an expert in that, because it's always evolving, and you keep current, and that's what professional development is. So I apply those same principles to my spiritual work, that I'm always still learning. But it's interesting. My readings have been different myself. I feel like my mediumship has sort of taken a bit of a unexpected leap. But that's interesting. Like, I've had some really, really interesting readings lately. And I've thought, oh wow, I didn't think I normally picked up that, or that sort of thing. But you've got to sort of be humble and be open-minded and be willing to learn. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. That's really sweet. All right. So Spirit, I think, is playing tricks with me again. I'm still not. My screen is sort of jumping, so I'm not actually yeah, I'm not actually seeing a lot of the comments. A lot of them have sort of disappeared on me. So it looks like some more people have joined by the numbers, but yeah, I can't see. Oh, actually. All right, I'll just do one more. So Mina has asked, hi Rhonda, what is around finances for me? Thank you. Okay, I am feeling a bit of patience. I'm feeling a bit, my throat is a bit sore. Could be because I lost my voice last week, but I'm feeling like there's a need to have a conversation about finances and get some advice about it. Because I'm feeling like things are not as sort of doom and gloom as you think. I'm actually drawn to July, August. I feel like things are going to be different around July, August. I'm also being told to sort of check your superannuation. I don't know whether you've changed something in your superannuation this year, but I feel like you need to relook at that. So I'm actually feeling like you just need to have a conversation and get some advice from an expert around your finances. Because I'm feeling like things, I'm just getting a sense of like decluttering, like things could be really tidied up so that you're not putting out as much is what I'm getting. So I feel like your finances are going to improve, but I feel like you need to be a bit proactive about that is what I'm getting, and get some advice. Okay. Yeah, my screen's just flickering again, so I can't. Oh, and hi Nev, I can see you in. Nev, I'm feeling this year you'll move to Canada, and I'm sort of drawn around August, September with that. All right, so I might leave it at that actually. So, as I said before, I'm available for private readings, available on the Gold Coast for one more week. That's next week. Or what are we? We're Wednesday today, so I'm available the rest of this week and next week. I'm at Chameleon New Age Salon in Surfers Paradise next Tuesday and Wednesday doing face-to-face readings. If you're not in Surfers, I'm actually a little bit north of Surfers, but I'm available for private readings here on the Gold Coast. Otherwise, I can do phone, Zoom, WhatsApp, or phone. I said phone, didn't I? So I'm available for readings for that. If anyone would like me to do platform at their local spiritualist church or something like that, or come to any events, or do psychic parties or anything like that, I'll be in Sydney not next week, the week after. So we're starting to go further south again. So yeah, I'm all around. I'm also on the 20th of April, I'm going to be in Tamworth. And then on the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of April, I'll be in Brisbane for the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. And then May, I'll be in Sydney for the MBS. And then in June, I'll be in Melbourne for the MBS. And I'll have some events sort of in between that, but I'll post about that and I'll talk about that later on. And I'm still teaching psychic development. So obviously I haven't posted any sort of course dates basically at the moment because I haven't got any sort of terms or anything, but I've got a few students that I teach one-on-one, and I do that, and I give homework as well. So I'm available to do that. But if you have any concerns, if something's not listed on my shop but you're interested in it, then just let me know and I can advise you of what I can do. But that's basically it. So coming to you on the 30th of April, we're nearly into, 30th of March, we're nearly into April. Yeah, I mustn't be feeling well because I'm feeling quite tired after this this live, and it's just a weekly live. But yeah, interesting. So anyway, I'll say good night and I'll see you next week. Thank you.